Last time on What's Your Damage?
What it calls to mind is a piece of dirt that has been worn or shaped so much that it takes on like a perfect sphere. It's a doradango in Japan. Put this in the water in the lake where the kobolds are going.
Barton's convocation is going to be there, and I've always wanted to see the falling eggs. And if we go, maybe we can catch up and put this in the water.
I think Okat's gonna sidle up to Wobbles. I wonder if you should tail that guy.
He finger guns her, then I'm gonna try sneaking off and tailing him.
You throw it so hard with your astral arms, it pings off their boat, and you see a little bit of wood fly with it. As the kobolds are kind of panicking due to their ship taking on water.
I put a hole in it? Sorry about your boat.
Oh, no problem.
Lily's just gonna help them get the boat up onto dry land so they can actually repair it.
And then that'll be 8 healing to Wobbles.
8 maximum. That is a friendship heal.
One day they'll automate our imaginations
What?
and we'll call it AI.
Theater of the mind in my D&D?
Versevern handed me a note. I do not know what's on that note.
Do you like me? Check one. Yes, no.
One of you is displeased. The one who's eating it is displeased, but it isn't because she's dying. It's because it is just a little bit not good.
I take a nibble.
It's not good.
Why not?
What is my damage?
See, now that's a professional.
As they get the boat on dry land, Barton saying that since he's kind of responsible for shipbuilding, he's going to go out into the woods and try to find some suitable lumber because they had used all of their lumber to create the ship. But the rest of them are like, man, that was kind of good. What? Man, that opaque water, the bonnet says, is like, I made it tough. I found it.
You won't get better unless you challenge yourself.
Yeah.
I think Okat.
No, you did such a good job. You're going to do amazing tomorrow.
Yeah, you guys did great. That was so much fun to watch. Okat says as she's retrieving her shirt from the ship and putting it back on. And I feel like she still feels guilty enough about breaking the boat that she's going to go try and help Barton find wood.
Riz is already heading after Barton because she's like, I know he has the pack, but he's not gonna. That's lumber.
He's just a little guy.
He's just a little guy.
So I think Riz took off after him immediately.
Yeah, he is just a little guy. What does Wobbles want to do in this case?
He'll stay with the boat group.
Okay.
The way in for Severon.
As the boat group is all prepped and ready, and and you can see that they're taking this very seriously. Like they're comparing notes, and they're like, "What did it look like from shore? Did we look like we had some control? Did we? Were we quick?" The youngest kobold says.
Oh, you guys were super quick. You got them all out, really, really fast. There is one thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
That group over there.
Uh-huh.
I think they were watching, too. I think they, really liked what you guys are doing, but they also were, scribbling, some notes.
Well, maybe it's just friendly, we all root for each other.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but you guys won't need to win.
Yeah, when the youngest kobold says, yeah, we all want each other to win, you can see that the bonnet kobold's falls. But she doesn't say that.
He was just like,
As
Yeah, we all love each other. We all want everybody to be happy and to win, but we really want you guys to win because you guys are the best.
Yeah, they fucking love Lily on this. Yeah, they're
Hell of a pep talk.
Yeah, they might have a +1 when it comes to the actual competition that they're going to be going through. As she gives a pep talk, we have Okot and Riz and Barton, who's like humming a little tune that's as loud as the joy in his heart. He seems, at first, I think he seems pretty oblivious to the fact that you two are trailing him. Like, if he was the one who was like that Wobbles needed to tail, like, I'm not gonna lie, Wobbles with his like 3 would have been able to tail this little guy.
I am also keeping my eye out for that guy.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. As you guys are making your way, like, finally Barton looks back, it's like, as he makes a little scream, he's
Hi,
like,
Barton.
Thought you might need some help.
oh, well, that's nice. Yeah, I just need some trees, he says as he's in a forest. Sometimes I can't see them in the forest. Whackity schmackity do. He goes like, I don't want to keep you guys, as he pulls out a tiny axe, like a hand axe. As he's like, I'm going to be cutting this. It's going to take me a little while, but don't worry, I got it.
Do you want me to do that for you? Barton? Like, I mean, obviously you get to pick the tree, which is the most important part because it has to be a good tree, right?
It does have to be a good tree, he says.
You've got the expertise in that area. We're just here to chop and carry.
Yep.
But then it would feel like I was cheating because I was using people who are naturally like more gifted than me to do it. So I don't want to be a cheat.
Why is that cheating when your friends are helping you?
Learn to accept help, Barton. That's what friends are for. You don't have to do it all by yourself. That's not cheating. That's self-care.
Exactly.
Unless the rules of the upcoming contest specify that he's required to do it by himself. Otherwise, in principle, you're making an excellent point. He should accept the help of his friends.
Shut up, Conscience. He somehow sounds like Perseveron.
He goes, well, as he's thinking about this,
I mean, he would know if the rules didn't allow that.
Yeah, that's what he's kind of wrestling with right now.
Oh, I see. Because it's a technicality.
I would like you guys to make me a perception check, however.
Oh, boy.
A perception.
Also, if they don't catch you bending the rules, you haven't
8.
bent the rules. Jesus.
So,
That was a 6 for me.
Okot got 8.
This rain is fucking with us.
God, it's so bad.
Don't adventure on a rainy day. My mother always told me.
As you guys don't, as
we fail to perceive.
When we practice to perceive, I guess. As he is thinking about this, he's kind of making an indication. He's like, no, I think in the rules I have to actually do, it has to be Kobold done. So I can do it myself. But if you guys want to talk to me, I'm fine with that. Unless you guys have some more important stuff to do.
No, we can stay in chat.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
He does clears his little throat. And he's like,
Can I make a small talk check?
Yeah, charisma check. Hit me with it.
Okay, great. Sometimes I just want to roll dice more.
Why? We keep rolling shit. Oh my god, it's
Oh
nat
Oh
20.
my god.
That's my fucking nat
Sadie.
20. Jesus
Sadie.
Christ. I know.
On a made up.
I know. I'm well
I want to
aware.
roll for small talk.
so-
Natural 20. You fool!
On a made up stupid roll.
Like, look, I regrets. I have a few.
That said, this conversation is super smooth. No one feels uncomfortable. No one needs to dip out early.
This is the best small talk any of us have ever experienced.
We learn all about the weather.
You know so much about the weather in Hetra. You may be like a Kobold expert or on Thymal. No, Harmony.
I am so interested and engaged too.
how the Harmony local sports teams are doing.
Yeah, you know that he's a big fan of the hot and knots. You know, he hates the hot and hot. As you guys are kind of getting lost in the sauce with like this excellent natural 20 for small talk roll,
God, I hate my life.
it does blind you a little bit to the goings on around. And that's how our little friend that had originally left has gone around you guys and is going past the group again, who is Barton's group, where Verseverin, Wobbles, and Lily are. Yeah.
Help me, Obi Wobbles Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Yeah.
Give Sadie inspiration.
That's within your power.
I always forget.
We have a pool of 3.
I mean, Elliot, I love you, but it's such a hard thing to remember. But that joke really hit me.
Sadie gets
Well,
an
thank you.
inspiration.
Hell yeah.
I mean, everybody's funny constantly while we play. It's hard to remember to call out the standout.
I agree. I completely agree.
Wobbles, forgive me if I'm wrong about this, but I feel like you've been, since that little guy got away from you, I feel like he's been on your radar ever since. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, sort of, yeah.
Yeah. So in this case, you do see him starting to walk. He sees all of you gathered around the boat as Team Bonnet, the Flying Bonnets, are hanging out. You see this little guy, see that, again, get that very sharp posture as he tries to go around the rock formation just to your east. Can you hit me with a perception check? Wobbles.
21.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Wobbles, as this guy is doing a very good job of disguising something. The thing that he is disguising, you were able to pick out, which is that he is, to anybody else besides you, he seems to be ambulating normally. However, you notice that he has a bit of a limp stemming from his left leg as he goes to avoid this entire group, meaning your group.
That he didn't have earlier.
That he did not have earlier.
Okay.
Did Lily just happen to see him like glance at us and then walk away?
I don't think so, because he was just behind the tree line and stopped and then bombed on out. But if you want to make me a perception check to see if you catch it, we'll put it at a 16.
Okay. Not asking for the limp thing, just the fact that he's present.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's 15.
Amazing that Elliot called the DC for this as well.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it would feel really like a 15 failed.
Right?
Yeah, just like one shy.
Yeah.
But okay,
No,
all right.
it's fun. It's a great, like, it's like you almost think you saw something, and then you're like, nah, I didn't.
Yeah,
Couldn't have been.
I'm too focused on my new friends here.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so what you're able to pick up, Wobbles, is that your little friend has a new limp that he's just taken to.
Okay. So what I do here is going to depend on a few things.
Okay.
So first, I have a Tinker feature, which lets me make like little clockwork devices.
Yeah.
Could I use it to make like a tiny little clockwork engine for their boat? Like it wouldn't do much at all, but it would do more than nothing.
Oh my god. Please
And
say
if I
yes.
can, I'm going to be preoccupied with this. If not, I'm going to go chase that guy.
Well, you guys have not talked with Barton. So, yeah, I think that's definitely something that you can absolutely 100% do.
Okay, so, well, before I start doing that, I need to discuss with these guys that's like legal. I don't want to disqualify them.
as you ask them this, they get into a team huddle. You can see that the golden kobold that has like scars on his right eye is kind of like, well, I don't know about that. The young kobold is like, yeah, it isn't. We're not cheating if we're getting help with friends. And the bonnet kobold's like, how much will that help us?
How much will that?
Would Lily have an opinion on this, by the way? Like, I feel like she would know the rules to some extent of this particular contest.
I think if she were to know the gradients of the rules, like Barton may be just one of those lawful guys who, if it's not explicitly stated, he refuses. However, it seems like it doesn't say who can be included in the. It doesn't say who can be included in the team.
Turns out they didn't write gnomes can't attach mechanical clockwork engines to the boats. However, next year,
Yeah. It's Airbud.
Yes, it is very much an Airbud situation with this, where they don't explicitly say dogs can't play basketball or gnomes can't create motors. So this is basically an interpretation. The four of them trying to come up with an interpretation. You would know that although it says that it wants members of the convocation, or in some cases friends as well, to create the boat and that they'll be navigating, it doesn't say that. It doesn't give like measurements for the boat and whether or not it can have anything else on it besides like self-powering.
I think Lily would just go,
So, like, I'm pretty sure, like, it was just that, like, in the bylaws, it's just team members. Like, so long as he's, like, an honorary convocation member, it shouldn't matter.
I think Bonnet just goes like, welcome to the convocation.
She wants that motor so bad.
wait, where's my lawyer?
Oh, well, thank you. I will do my very best to ensure we win.
Yeah, she says loudly. As she is screaming, it's almost like a mock hooray, as if she's mocking the group to the northwest. She's like, oh. She has for some reason, this little kobold doesn't like them. Maybe because they were keeping notes on their boat. As Wobbles is going to be doing that, what is Reseverin and Lily getting up to?
Oh, and real quick, before I start tinkering away, I'm going to nudge Luwei and let her know I saw the guy and he's limping away.
Ooh, the guy who was really shy earlier?
Yeah, him.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll be right back, guys.
and then she's gonna go running like the way that Wobbles pointed.
so, Zoom.
She's just running down the shoreline to see if she can find this guy.
The comedy of errors.
And
I'm not following. I have other plans that require me closer to where I am.
What are some of those plans, Reseverin?
Where's Barton? What's Barton up to?
Barton is in the forest with Luwei with Okot and Riz.
Turning down help.
Yeah, because
Right.
he's that lawful good type of guy.
Viseverin's been clocking Barton. Viseverin would remember better than I would. But Barton was at the Chai Noir Inn, right?
He was the first person that you met when you got out of it. He was working with Bear. He was trying to find you.
Oh, never mind. I thought he was one of the kobolds that was in the inn that was there while we were doing our shenanigans.
Oh, no. He came after that. He was like, oh, hi, guys. Go that way. And then
Having a lot of kobolds in this story.
Then Verseverin has fuck all to do. He's just waiting for, whatever this is to transition to the whatever other thing.
Well said.
so he's just chilling like a villain.
Yeah, and then at this point, Verseverin has slowly leaned towards Riz being the person who should be leading this group. So by default, if there's really nothing for him to do, he would be kind of shadowing Riz.
Okay, so then he would be along with her and Okot in the forest.
If even if they don't need him, if no one's told him to go away, he's just kind of by. Verseverin is someone who is looking for a hierarchy and for there to be kind of like someone's the captain, someone's the lieutenant, someone's the cannon fodder. And he himself is not at the top of the chain, but he has an instinctual need for someone to fulfill that role.
Understood. So yeah, he can follow them, and so now as he approaches, you are super invested in the small talk that Okot has started and is facilitating expertly with her natural 20. Well, you pull up a seat, which is a stump, and you'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's really a good point." Like that. What was the weather recently? Crazy.
I have not been following Harmony politics as of late, but those are some, yeah.
I don't know how she knew that. She's not from here.
I mean,
really damn good guess.
I keep a sharp ear out, and it turns out politics is pretty much the same everywhere.
As Barton, and boy, he's trying really hard, but he's got little arms, and those little arms are trying really hard. They're not doing great. You do catch a copper scent, although it is a little bit diluted due to the rain. With you guys being in this location for a pretty long time, you do start to notice a copper tinge to the air.
Okot starts patting herself down like, am I bleeding somewhere?
That's not good. Do you smell that?
Yeah.
You smell that, right?
I'm not the only one who's smelling blood.
Yeah.
Also vaguely disturbed that all of us know the smell of blood, like, on site, but whatever.
It did just so happen that the three most violently oriented characters drifted together.
I think at that Barton says, on smell, technically.
I mean, okay, you know what? You know what?
Matt?
Valid. Valid. That's entirely true, yes. Yeah, good job, Ben. Okay.
This guy gets it.
Yeah, he does. All right. Yeah, I want to go check that out.
Okay.
I think one of us should probably stay here with the little guy.
That's a good point. I think you two should go. I've still got my arms going, so I'll keep an eye on Barton.
Fabulous.
We could send him back to the shore with the boat and the gnome.
And the others, yeah.
Yeah, as long as someone's around him.
I'll keep an eye on. Plus, we're having such a sparkling conversation.
Exactly. You know, you are just like dazzling, Okot.
Oh, don't I know?
Dazzling.
It's never like this. I'm going to enjoy it while it lasts.
Hey, you do that, hon. All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, to the scent of blood.
That's Riz and Berseverin.
Mm-hmm.
Okie doke. As they follow the trail of blood, and Okot is keeping the conversation with Barton, who's just whistling while he works. We have Luwewe, who is making her way. She sees a group of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She sees a group of 6 kobolds. The one that Wobbles had noted earlier is talking to them as if he's the kind of the captain of this team.
I just want to paint a little picture. Like, she has just come, like, skipping up the shoreline, like, twirling, and, like, you know what? She's frolicking. She is full out frolicking down the shore of this lake. Doing her best to ignore everything that happened this morning and focus on just the rush of being here. As she gets closer, she's going to be like, hi, how are you guys?
They're kind of startled by like how like up to 11 you are. However, they go like, "Oh, we're fine. Hi. Yeah, we're fine." Oh my God, we have 2 bonnets here.
It's just high fashion in the kobold
world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's chunky bonnet and then there's skinny bonnet.
Yeah, as the kobold who has like a slicked back style to their hair, much like
their horns. Yeah,
their horns. And she goes, "Yeah, we're doing all right." She takes a little bit of a breath. She goes, "So, how are you finding things?" She says.
Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. I've always wanted to come, but I never got the chance. Oh, how are you guys? Like, are y'all ready for it tomorrow? I mean, have y'all done this before? Have you been here before? Oh my god, tell me everything.
Yeah, we've been here before, she says. Yeah, and we came in second last year, and she, if the guy who was hobbling was kind of like the leader, this seems to be the OCOT, all charisma all the time.
It's the face.
It's the face of the party. She goes, yeah, this is your first time? We didn't see you last year.
No, I'm not usually allowed to come.
He just plunks down.
So you guys got second last? Y'all must be really good.
We're pretty good, yeah, we
Don't
got...
sell yourself short like that. No, you're definitely really good.
Yeah, she says, yeah, She thinks about something. She goes,
He
yeah,
just
we're pretty
plops
good.
down like in front of her like crisscross applesauce.
Yeah, she goes, no, we're pretty good. She is thinking about this as the one who had hobbled back breaks off with three of the other members to continue discussing what they were talking about previously. As she goes, yeah, I mean, it's interesting in Harmony. I'm not used to this area, even though we've come here every year. I'm still not,
Oh, me neither. Whew. I mean, technically, I guess I've been here longer than I thought I was, but kind of loving the heat, though, I have to admit. Like, where are you guys from?
Oh, we're from Encanta. So,
Wow,
yeah.
that's a really long trip.
Yeah, you can tell that as she's saying Encanta, you can tell that I'm at this point. I'm going to have you give me a perception check.
Okie dokie. Shh. Lily is trying to listen out for that conversation over there, but that's a 13.
With the 13, you were able to catch in her eyes when she says Encanta, she does a brief flash where, like, you know, her eyes are generally like pretty narrow. However, when she says Encanta, they grow large for a moment before returning, as if when she thinks of home, she does not always love what she thinks of.
Aw. It's really sad. I don't know that Lily knows what to do with that. It's really sad.
That's the portion that she's been given today as we... Parker is be right back. So we're going to cut back to Riz and Persephone. As you guys are going along, you can smell that tang of blood. However, it's actually for a very good reason. The merchant that you had seen earlier is making their way towards you. Their steed, or their beast of burden is coming, and as you are going to see what is what, it is that guy, and he has just a ton of meat in the back of his wagon. What you see is a rather boisterous human man with coal black hair. He's like, well, hail and well met. You guys need some meat portions?
No. Well, hang on. One sec.
1 second, he says. I'm waiting.
Oh, so fun. And Riz is gonna turn to Persephone and just like lean in and whisper to him, like, that wasn't the blood we smelled. That was something else, right? Because that was like fresh.
Elliot, do I know? Am I able to make a roll to see if I have an answer for this, or am I supposed to just guess?
Yeah, guess what I'm thinking right now. No, I think you would be aware that scent that you smelled is too fresh. Like, there is a difference in like old blood, cold blood than there is.
We're following the scent of blood. We see a guy with a cart of loose meat.
Mm-hmm.
Is it that? And then we're like immediately like, no, we're looking for something else.
Right. Yeah, I think that would be pretty. That'd be a good indication. Yeah.
Good call. That's
Okay.
old kill. That's not what we're looking for.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. I'm just gonna buy some and then send him on his way.
Yeah, how's our stores doing?
I mean, it's probably not. A good idea to restock. It's always a good idea to restock. We need snacks.
Sure. Here, and I give you 27 silver pieces.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
This is from the Monster Lodge, asshole.
Excellent. This feels good and correct. So like Riz will tuck the money into her pouch.
Mhm.
And then go up to the dude.
And then I'll be sniffing the air.
You love what we're selling. You're loving our wares, I see, dragon friend, he says.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he's a real hungry guy. What do you have that might keep well, for traveling?
Oh, well, that would be jerky of many kinds. Also, more jerky, he says. However, depending on what you have, I have a special cut of meat that you seem like a woman of extreme leadership skills and culture.
Yeah, that's just me to a T. Yeah, what you got, bud?
Oh, let me show you, he says as he hops back down. He goes to the back of his carriage, or caravan, I guess. As he's rooting around, he goes get a load of this. As we cut to Wobbles, who is tinkering. Wobbles, what does your tinkering look like? What are you making? What does it look like? Is it like a toy boat motor? I don't know how to conceptualize this.
Gosh, I'm not a clockwork engineer myself, so I guess it's just going to be theater of the mind to the listener. You've got there's a bunch of gears. And he's using just tiny little pliers. It's like watchmaking. Almost. And he's definitely humming a little gnome jam as he does it.
As you've been hanging out with the kobolds, you've noticed that Bonnet Kobold has been kind of giving you the eye every once in a while, she's as if she's trying to place you. And after a while, she finally goes were you in Baspernal? Oh gosh, about a year and a half ago?
Maybe.
She thinks about it. She goes, because we were coming in to, do a little bit of prep work for last year's competition, and I got there 6 months early because I like to practice, if you get what I'm saying. She says with an arch to her eye. And she goes, for some reason, I feel like I saw you, and you were talking to somebody, which I know isn't specific, but gosh, you can't forget that beard, right? She says as she looks at your teal beard.
And for the listeners, it's two different shades of teal swirled together like a froyo.
Like a froyo.
Well, I can trust you. We're all on the same team here.
Forever. If you want to be. Yeah.
I do have amnesia and don't remember a thing besides the last year of a cycle of hag torment. It's a two-way torment street. I was both the tormentee and the tormentor.
When you say that, I think this Bonnet Kobold goes ooh, man, that's heavy. She says as she looks at you. Oh, wow. Well, if it's any solace, consolation, you seem pretty happy in Baspernal.
Yeah, I did just hug a Lushu not too long ago. That got me in a good mood.
Oh, that's so weird, because I think you were at, the, I don't know what you guys call it, reserve of exotic animals just outside of Baspernal. You were talking about it then. I don't know, you were talking about, oh gosh, I can't remember what the name of it is. I'll try to remember it, but you were talking about that animal a lot, you really liked it.
Lushus?
Not Lushu, she says as she thinks about it. She's like, no, more like a bird of some kind. Apparently you had some stress and then you got to see the animals and you felt better. I'll try to remember what the animal was. And then maybe, if we can convince her, as she points to the youngest one, she's a great artist, so maybe she can make one for you on your journeys. And to help deal with that trauma that I'm feeling right now.
Make me an animal or make me a picture of an animal? I don't...
Picture, she says.
Oh, okay. Or sculpture. I don't know. You just said make me an animal. That seems weird to me.
Well, I can do balloon animals, kinda. Do you like poodles?
I don't know what a poodle is.
Understood. They're little dogs with fluff on their face. No, hold on.
Sounds adorable.
Then I'm gonna make sure to do that. She goes, so I'll trade you since we're teammates, I'll make you a poodle. I'll make you a balloon animal poodle, and you'll do the clockwork thing. Yes, this is fair, she says as she roots around in her pack. As you continue to work on your machine, we have Okot along with Barton as the conversation still running strong after these, after your time together.
The most amazing small talk that ever happened.
And he goes, okay. As he delivers what he suspects is the final blow, he's like, okay, the penultimate blow. He's like, okay, you might want to watch out because this is going to be tumbling pretty soon.
All right, I'm watching out. And then I do that. I watch out.
Beans. You're going to need to watch out. Okot, he rolled a natural 1 with his final axe swing. It got wet. So Okot, make me a dex saving throw.
No.
All right. Whoops, saving throw. 1 second. Dex. It's okay, I'm good at dex. For no fucking reason. God damn it. That's an 11.
Oh, God. As he swings with all of his might, because it had been raining and he had gotten a little bit sweaty in the thing, he lets go. He accidentally, this is not on purpose, accidentally lets go of his axe as it starts using. You're like, I am watching out. And then suddenly, you no longer have to watch out. You have to dodge. And as you dodge, with an 11, you are able to get out of most of the way of this axe coming your way. However, a little bit of it nicks your arm. It's like, oh my God! He yells out, screaming. He's like, oh God! As he starts to hoof it over to you and immediately is trying to undo his pack.
I think... do I even take any damage from that?
Let's see. You
Roll an
take...
unarmed attack.
Yeah, you take 2 minus 1, 1.
Okay, all right. In that case, Okot's gonna be super fucking chill about this, and she's just gonna kind of like look down at her arm where he nicked her and be like, "Oh, it's fine. No, don't worry about it." No, seriously, I've taken worse, like by myself. I'm an adventurer. It's cool. No big deal.
No, but I threw an axe. He says as he's like deeply rooting into
Not on
his
purpose. Back. I mean, I broke your boat. I think we're square.
But my boat didn't bleed, he says.
It leaked. That's kind of the same thing. It's fine. Seriously, don't worry about it.
I love how you are talking him down out of his Wobbles-esque panic attack.
Therapy and D.
Yeah, as that is happening, what the meat seller shows you, Riz, is he goes, check this out, he says as he holds up what looks for all the world like a humanoid head. However, there's an incredibly long barbed tongue coming out of it. He goes, I don't know what this is, but I do know that it probably can fetch a lot if you're interested.
Does Riz have any idea what it is?
You can give me a history check to see if you know what...
Sure. I would love to do that. Okay, don't be a shit roll. Don't be a shit roll. I have no modifier. That's a 2.
Narrator. It was a shit roll.
Can I glance over my shoulder when Riz goes, what the fuck is that?
As you are looking over your shoulder, you also hear like, oh my God, coming from Barton.
Wait, Barton's not near us. Barton's over.
You guys walked a little bit away to find the blood that you could cut the scent of.
And then Okot was going to lead Barton back to...
No, she was staying with him to cut.
Yeah, he was still cutting down the tree. So you're overhearing the freak out.
Yeah, okay. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I'm focused on whatever's happening with Riz. It's Okot's taking care of Barton. Like, if it gets bad, Okot will come over.
Yeah, if you hear Okot yell, "Oh my God," then it's time to worry.
Yeah, if Barton yells it, that's Okot's problem. I don't need to babysit Okot.
I mean, you say that now.
Yeah. As you do check to see what she said, oh my God, to, it is this vaguely humanoid creature with a very long barbed tongue.
Okay, so history roll for me as well, or is there any other?
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
I'm not good at pitching you on things.
Wow.
Jesus effing
Wow.
criminy
Wow.
Christmas.
It was a shit roll.
He got
This
a 5.
That was a 5, everybody.
We're just
Why-
like weird head.
So we've had a nat 20 on a made up conversation check
my
and a nat
God.
20 throw in a rock. Everything
Kicking ass.
else has been below double digits.
Oh God!
ass.
But again, it's so good that we're not in combat because this would have been like a party wipe.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, instead we're gonna get a TPK when we all accidentally fall into the lake and drown.
So Perseverance just looks over his shoulder and is like, "Huh, weird," and then I'm gonna turn into a bear.
Sure, why not?
I was metagaming. I was Googling animals that have good smell. And,
Well, Persephone would know that.
apparently bears can smell blood for like a mile away, so.
I mean, I feel like a druid would know that. You've probably been a bear before.
That's exactly why I thought it was fair if I did it. Thank you, Sam.
Yeah, that's
Thank
not
you.
metagaming.
You're
I
my
agree.
D&D lawyer.
That's catching up your player knowledge to your character knowledge. That's allowed.
Luwewe's my in-game lawyer. Beautifully navigating, getting wobbles on the team.
Yeah. So yeah, you have this. So Riz, you do have this horrific head.
That's impressive. Where'd you get it?
Well, that's the interesting thing. It's like there was a salt circle, and then I was like, well, that looks like a piece of meat. So then I took that piece of meat.
Oh. What? Oh. Was there anything else there?
Salt. Salt, he says.
No other pieces of meat or things of that nature?
Wait, you found that head in a pile of salt?
You're
A,
a
s-
bear.
yeah, you are a bear.
You're a bear
Oh,
right now.
Right. Oh, I can't talk anymore. Damn
Nope.
He says that. Everyone else just hears.
Wow, that is.
Yeah, he does
Wow.
that. Friend, I'm gonna be honest with you right now.
Uh-huh.
And Riz is gonna start like pulling out various pieces of her necklaces and stuff, and she's just gonna grab one at random, one that I think she knows is from Bergadin, so she's hopeful that he won't recognize it, and it's just like some random ass small god from Bergadin. And she's gonna hang on to it, and she'll be like, I think you have taken something very dangerous. I am a cleric, so I am willing to take this dangerous thing off your hands because the salt was protecting you. You had no way of knowing that, I'm sure. But it was protecting you. This thing is probably going to rain down, all sorts of like horrible things on your family, you, and maybe generations to come. So I think I should take it. And as a, good show of faith for me taking this thing as a cleric, I think you should, also just, you can donate some, jerky along with it, and then we'll call it even. How's that?
Tempting, but no, I can get a lot of money for this, he says assuredly.
Can you? Are you sure?
Oh yeah. I mean, this is a rare wonder. I mean, rare meat doesn't just fall out of the sky. It's in the ground, encircled by salt.
Rare wonder or cursed object?
Or strange meat, he says. So I do appreciate the offer. That seems mighty tender-hearted of you. What with me giving you my meal ticket plus more meals.
Yeah.
So,
Listen,
yeah.
buddy. All right. Here's the thing. I mean, you know the story about salt sickles, right?
Saltsicles? I only like creamsicles.
Salt
I attack that guy.
circles.
Uh-huh.
Exit stage left, pursued by bear.
You just mauled by a bear.
Just everyone imagines mauling him.
Exit mauled by bear. Here's the thing about the salt circles. Like, they're old traditions. Never heard of that before?
Counter. Aren't all traditions old?
Like, old, buddy. Like, before the fall of the dragon's old.
As you become more intense and Verseverin has turned into a bear,
I am considering how many slots do I have, because I need to have words with this guy as well. Not being able to talk to him is getting frustrating.
I mean, common lament of the druid. Oh, I turned into a bear too soon.
I had things to say.
We cut to Luwewe with the kobolds, the slicked-backed horned kobold. He's like, yeah, so, but, I think you're like the first spectator I've ever seen, so I hope you enjoy tomorrow's thing. We hope to beat everybody, as one does in a competition, she says, realizing that it was weird for her to say that she hopes to beat everybody in a competition.
Real quick.
Yeah?
Reed, would Lily be getting off of these guys, like, emotionally?
What? Are you asking for a vibe check?
Yeah, I'm asking for a vibe check.
That's going to be another nat 20.
Good call. Only use made-up skills.
Vibe check on this group is they seem to be a little bit worried about something. That may be the reason that face of the party is flanked by two other kobolds, as the one who was talking about the one that you guys had trailed is alone talking to two others. Like, they are definitely, there's some sort of thing that they are, some not all secrets are ready to be told, I'll say.
Okay, there's just a general air of worry in this group right now.
I'd say that would be a really fair assessment, yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, of course. Like, everybody wants to do their best in a contest, and I'm sure you're going to do great. I'm Lily, by the way. And she's going to hold out a hand.
Oh, hi. I'm Rember.
Rimber.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like that. So, I mean, are you guys practicing? Did you need help? Like, I'm a real good rocket thrower. Well, not real good. Bass kind of off, but, I try.
She thinks about it for a moment. She goes, no, I think we're good, but I do appreciate it. Like, maybe, a little bit, maybe like tomorrow before the actual competition begins, you can throw some rocks for us. Yeah, she thinks about it for a moment. Yeah, that might be good.
Oh, sure.
She just kind of, like, tips her head, like, looking at the group, and, like, the group in the back especially, like...
Is something going on? Y'all just seem like a little on edge.
It is so easy to talk over kobolds since their heads are so short. And, to the group who is there.
No, she's just talking to Rimber, but she's asking specifically.
Okay, is there something going on? She goes, no, not particularly. There's just, we're second place last year kind of hurt real bad, so we're trying to get our game faces on. The two kobolds behind her nod.
Oh.
Roll me a perception check.
Yeah. I think there's math going on behind Lily's eyes right now. 12.
Yeah, what Lily notices with her 12, there's a little bit of a trail falling from the one who was talking earlier, and it is a white mineral that is falling from from a pocket on their left leg.
Like chalky or like salty or...
Salty, I'd say.
Okay. Well, that's weird. Kind of looks back at the group over there and chews her lip a little bit. She's like,
well, I'm kind of here to root for Barton's group, but wow, that's a weird position to be in because you seem really nice and I don't want to root against you.
Well, we can always have a first favorite and a second favorite, right? So we'll take second favorite, but not second place. Ha ha, she says.
Well, may the best convocation win.
May the best convocation win. She nods to this.
All right, well, I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. And y'all have fun and try not to worry, right? Like, it's just a contest.
Yeah, don't worry, be happy, she says as her eyes narrow. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think Lily just kind of like gives her another glance over as she's getting up. Like, she feels like there's something really off here, but she can't figure out what.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she's just going to give like just the slightest push of like joy in their direction.
Oh, very nice. Okay, yeah. At that, one of the two bonnets will say slender bonnet. No, rounder bonnet. Breaks a little bit of a smile crosses her face.
Hope you'll have a really good time tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
And then she's gonna wave and heads back for the group.
So she's gonna bounce back to Barton's group.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for listening to What's Your Damage Season 2, featuring Ray Palmer as Luwewe, Sadie Blake as Okop, Kate Ingram as Riz Parcheesi, Douglas Gale as Perseveron, Parker Postini as Wobbles Waggletop. Elliot Rose is our Dungeon Master. Audio engineering by Sadie Blake and Douglas Gale. All music created by Sadie Blake. Sound effect attributions can be found in the show notes.
Hey, thanks for listening to the show. You can find more of What's Your Damage on Apple Music and Spotify, or on our website, wydpod.com. We've got maps, just gorgeous character art, and tons of lore for all needs to know. There's also going to be a sign up for our newsletter, which features content warnings for all episodes upon release, because we think that's super important. And for those of you that want to chat with us on social media, because you love us so much, you can find us at WYD Pod